Hi and welcome to Stewardship on Good People's TV. My name is Chikiri Wright, and of course I'm here with my delectable co-host.
Hi, welcome to our program. I'm Livet Abaja.
Today's program promises to be educating, informating, and self-preserving. Okay, and today we're going to be talking about the effects of asuu strike on the society. Of course, you know, the society is an encapsulation of every family in Nigeria as well as the world at large, and also the students too are part of the family which is directly affected by their asuu strike.
According to Nelson Mandela, he said, and I quote, that education is the great engine to personal knowledge and development. We all know that when a country fails in the educational sector, it has felt woefully in everything, because it is said that what knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power, but I beg to differ right now that asuu is always on incessant strike action, which if you look at their case it might be justifiable anyway, but the constant strike and industrial action is affecting the knowledge aspect of it. And I still pray that knowledge still remains power. We're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll be delving into the effects of asuu strike on the society. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is still Good People's TV, and today is Stewardship, and I still remain Chikiri Wright.
I'm still Livet Abaja. Welcome back to our program.
Alright, thank you. So today we're going to be looking at on the effects of asuu strike on the students, and the first point on my list right here is the mental health challenge. You would agree with me that the mind and the psychology and psyche of the students is very important when it has to do with teaching and learning, because it's someone that is interested in learning and actually gets to assimilate what is being taught. And with this constant strike action by the asuu, it is messing up with the psychology of the students, and at some point most of them are even losing, the interest to actually go to school. And that's where you hear this statement popping up: school is scam. But school is not scam. It's not. Education is of great importance. In fact, the importance of education cannot be overemphasized. And this constant asuu strike is a challenge even to the mental aspect of every student across Nigeria. I'm sure you have some things to say on this topic.
Yes. Let's say, that idleness can sometimes lead to depression.
Yes.
Because these students, if you agree with me, they've stayed at home for over 6 months.
Which is crazy.
Very crazy. They are psychologically hurt. They are tired of staying at home. And this will lead to their mental
degradation, if you ask me.
Yes.
And so you talked something up, you say something rather about depression. Depression is real.
Yes.
For example, someone that is a bookworm, that loves to read and learn, okay, and you're taking that person away from what makes them tick. How do you expect them to be who they ought to be? Okay, there's so much we're going to say on the mental health, but we're going to proceed. And I think the next we have here is on increase in crime and immorality. I'm going to let you take a lead on that.
Yes, the Nigerian students, they've been at home for a very long time. And it's said that an idle hand is the devil's workshop. when you are home doing nothing, you're just idle from morning to night, maybe you watch your TV, you get tired, definitely you must be bored.
Yeah.
They will start thinking otherwise, that by engaging in what indecent activities like cultism, internet fraud. For the ladies, prostitution can also be an option.
Indeed, indeed. I think they have a name for it now. It's called hookup. But anyway, we're just going to keep going. Now let's talk about the internet fraud part. Most of our young,
Guys,
it's not just guys, okay? Even the ladies now do it, okay? Most of our young men are taking it as the next escape
to poverty, from
from poverty.
Yes.
When it ought to be education, you get some kind of skill before you get into some career and all that to make a living for yourself. But now, due to the constant ASU strike, some of them have decided to, okay, let's enter this thing for real. And also, some of them too are now into armed robbery. All these things as a result of the ASU strike. And then when you talk about the immorality of the ladies, even though I cannot say categorically, or emphatically clear that it is ASU that is causing immorality, but it's playing a key role. Because to immorality, because they are idle, and of course they have to do something. If you don't engage the mind positively, you're preparing the mind to be engaged negatively. All right, let's look at the next one we have, which is academic stress as a result of the rushed academic calendar.
Because when this strike now is called off, you see that the authorities in schools,
They rush everything.
they'll rush these students just to meet up with their academic calendar, thereby making them to, in fact, it will affect their chances of learning very well because they have little time to run around, prepare for their exams and so on. Even the assignments, it will be too much for them.
And I don't think that's a healthy kind of learning.
No, it's not.
Because in teaching methodology, it's not just with the conventional writing on the board or probably just reading. There is research, okay?
Yeah.
And with the rushed academic calendar, it affords the student little or no time to study.
Make
And-
research.
yes, and get better on the subject that is being taught or the course of study. And also, if standardized testing is not actually the greatest form of testing, but you see, the kid is, rather the student is not given an ample time to learn, understand, and practice. Yes, and in as much as to defend his or herself when the standardized test is brought forward. Now, we're also going to look at lack of interest in education. This one has to do with, it brings to the rise of immorality anyway, but lack of interest or what I call educational fatigue. When they're just like, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. It comes to a point where everybody has a breaking point. Everybody has a limit to what they can take to all this. Come to school today, tomorrow there's no school because the lecturers are not being paid or being taken care of, and for such reasons, teaching and learning will not happen. This how am I going to go? The fluctuation on coming to school today you're in school, today you're home. The fluctuation can cause educational fatigue. And then let's talk about the wastages.
Yes.
Can you throw some light on that?
Okay, let me say now. Let's use their accommodation
Okay.
for an example. Before they embarked on this industrial action, you say that some students have actually paid for a whole year
Okay.
on their rents. And in Nigeria, things are very difficult, and our landlords and
They don't care.
They don't care.
Our landlords don't care. They even bring for you. I had a joke sometime that when the person say, if you think nobody thinks about you, your landlord thinks about you. Because he's thinking about you when the month ends or when the year elapses, so that he can get his money. And that a student that has paid for a year. And how many months have they stayed now? It's up to 6 months.
Roughly 6 months.
See?
So they have like 6 months left, and they're not even sure that the strike will be called off anytime soon.
You're not even sure. The uncertainty. Oh Lord, have mercy. And also, it disrupts the students' plans. Okay, the average Nigerian or the average student anywhere in the world has this mindset that, okay, fresh out of secondary school, I'm going to spend 4 years in the university, let's say, depending on the course of study anyway, 1 year service, and then I'm employed. But these days, you have to look at 4 years in the university, you include ASU strike. Lord have mercy.
That's not funny, though.
It's not funny, yes. It's not funny, but it's how the system has become, and it's appalling.
Very, very appalling.
It's appalling, it's laughable, and it's an insult to the nation and the society at large, and thereby disrupting the plans of the students. Okay, you see, they now have to consider ASU strike and then lingering this. Let's say someone has a target that in 4 years' time is supposed to achieve this. Come on, it's been thwarted, which is not good. I hope you're still watching us and you're learning so much on this episode on the effects of ASU strike on the society. We're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the effects of ASU strike on the parents and the society at large. Stay with us, don't go nowhere. This is still Stewardship with Good People's TV.